social district recommendation in consideration of the health of the Village of Dixmoor residents. To join the meeting virtually, see information below. In the event the Zoom link does not work, a quorum of the corporate authority will be in person at the Village Hall campus. Please note that public comment will be allowed at the meeting, and the public invited to make any comments as provided in the agenda. Until public comment is called, all persons who are not members of the Board of Trustees should mute themselves until the public comment portion of the meeting, to allow the Board of Trustees to conduct the business. Person wishing to submit electronic public comment should email me, Clerk Juanita Darden, at clerk@villageofdixmoor, no later than 1 hour before the start of the meeting. Mary, nobody called, and the time is 6:09 p.m. Trustee Mills?
Present.
Trustee Tyson?
Here.
Trustee Tetor?
Here.
Trustee Janita Smith?
Here.
Trustee McFadden? Here. Trustee Tony Mitchell?
Here.
Also present, Village Clerk Juanita Darden, Village President Fitzgerald Roberts, Economic Development Director John Thompson, Code Enforcement, Director of Code/TIP Tui Mills, Chief of Police Lee Long. On the video, Keith Murphy.
My assistant is here also.
Oh, an assistant to the mayor, Quandra Craig. Next on the agenda is a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Trustee Janika, you want to lead us in prayer? My most gracious Heavenly Father, I once more come and say thank you. Thank you for all that you've done and all that you're going to do. Lord, I ask you to continue to help us move this village forward and on one accord, Lord. Continue to help us be strong, Lord. Thank you for appointing all of us. Thank you for this community. Let us, when we leave here, let us make it home safely. That things go in the direction that you need to go in. In Jesus' name,
Amen. Next on the agenda is Director John Thompson, under the private commentary. Do you have anything to say?
Good evening,
Good evening.
Board. Very quickly, I would just like to give a quick report on what's going on with our department. We looked up, we've gotten 21 PIN numbers from the county that we got certifications, cover sheets on, and they're going to be added to our list of properties that the village is going after to acquire for our land development program. And so and the second round is coming up soon. So we're going to be applying for whatever properties that we can come up with that we think would be available for development. We should just make a list of them and we'll go after them. I think we have a few already that the mayor has already given us, and we're going to just follow over whoever has. We'll put that package together and go after it for the next no cash deal, which is coming up very soon. Second, as far as Mr. Gibbons' special presentation, that's going to be tabled because he wasn't prepared to come to 6 o'clock this evening due to transportation. So he will come to the next meeting if we could table that until the next meeting. As far as grants are concerned, we have one grant that we're finishing up. Once we get the rest of the equipment and get it down to $0, we'll apply for the second round of funding, which would probably be about, we've guaranteed 6, and I'm going to apply for 12. Hopefully we can carry 2 different years, which are the same, and we can get more funding for safety equipment, for the police department, safety equipment that we can get for the public works department, and health and safety needs that we can go through from grants that the grant is available for. We've applied for this grant multiple times. We've already received it, and it's good to just have those kind of small grants to pick up a lot of little things that we do need in the community. We've applied for, at this time, The grants that we are applying for, that we qualify for, and are in the hopper, we're trying to acquire our data numbers and our information DUNS number that has to be transferred, our SAMS account that has to be transferred, and we have to update and re-register these accounts. Working with the Treasury Department, we're gonna have to get these done ASAP. So with the audits coming in, we will be applying for this, but we have 2 grants that are pending. One is for the generator, in case of emergencies, that would supply our electricity. So the water tower would always have a generator there that would be operational. We never have to worry about it going down. The other grant is for the lead pipe transfers and installation for the residential community. And that grant is in the hopper, and we've been approved for it. I think it's about $4 million, but we have to, before we can acquire the funding and move forward, we have to have our audits up to date to at least 19. So it is what it is. We're doing 18 and 19 as we speak, hopefully. If the contract goes through and everything is done quickly, we'll have that ready before the end of the year, and we can move forward with those things.
Quick question, you said there's a hold up on the DUNS number?
No, we have a DUNS number. What they have now are portals. All grants go through government portals. Federal, county, state, all have portals. So the grants, you have to have these numbers to put in to be eligible to move forward with your applications. These grants are, so right now, we're right at the tip of trying to get these approved and see if we can get them waived. So we're going to be contacting our representatives, state and federal level, to see if there's anything that we can do to get these things waived, so we can move forward with our grants. The information for the Army Corps of Engineers, we're working diligently with them to get the 143rd Street project going, the new piping, $2 million project. We're working with that. Also, we do have some ARPA funds still left that we need to spend. So working with that, with the Treasury Department and with Public Works, we're going to try to find that emergency funds that if we have anything that we need to expend with this ARPA funding. And that's usually for water emergencies or infrastructure emergencies. And that's where we're standing at this particular time.
What's the time limit on spending those funds?
Well, the second round is going to be coming up very soon. The second round that we have, that the state still holds, that's I think it was $242,000. We've spent all of 80. We're at approximately right now with that funding that we previously drew down, we're at $160,000 still available. So with that, we have to sit down and make sure that these are eligible, our grants are eligible to be expended in the fashion that we want, and in the water department will be water, plumbing, sewer, infrastructure work. That's going to be one of our main characters. So we're going to look at what we can apply that money to. Hopefully, if we can put in a new installation of the water system over, there's a couple of areas that once we start capping, cutting off, that would be funds that we can use to use that to do those capping, finding all of our leaking water supplies and reinstalling those, because the monies that we save there, the revenue streams coming back to the village.
I just have one question. I keep hearing that we're going to cap. Once we cap, will that cause a backup pressure?
No, we cap off unused pump infrastructure. We have plumbing that's in the ground that is not being used for anything. So we cap that off so there's no leaks. You cap them off, they're not being fed from the main supply lines. And also, the only thing that would be fed from those main supply lines would be something that we already know and has been approved. So no illegal piping, no illegal loss of water to a business that might have came in and ran a pipeline that we don't know about. all of this would be, that cuts that out. All new, a new system, you cut off the old system, you cap them off so that they don't leak or have any invasive waters, and they're just shut off. We use only the new system. Any other questions? Mayor?
Just, I don't know if this will be a wish list, but we need to look at some of our fire hydrants. That would be,
As we install new water pipes, so if we put in a 10-inch line, we have to add new new hydrants to those lines. Every line that we install to take out, we have to include a new valve shut-off system and a new hydrant to go in those areas. So we're trying to make a list of all of the hydrants that don't work. I think Public Works has a list that they're starting. We should be able to review that list and see where we put new lines in. Those lines will have new valves and new hydrants.
okay.
And other areas that we don't, we will start applying for grant money for those. And we still have funds downstate that are available. Okay? No more, any other questions?
Next on the agenda is police chief, Limo.
Okay, real quickly, I think that good afternoon, Mr. President. I think it would be, I think to all of y'all, it would be great news that, to let y'all know that, our dispatch service as of 21st will be switched over fully with Comcast, with Calcom. So we won't have that shortage maybe of officers and stuff like that, having to help work dispatch or what have you. So that's gonna be a big relief to the village. And everything else, I think will be covered through the meeting. Thank you.
Tweety Muse.
Right now, we're looking at, providing permits for those houses that, no one lives in those houses right now. So we need to get those houses turned over to the village so that we can, acquire those houses and we see what we want to do with those houses. Right now, we'll get with the mayor and so that we can, prepare now for those houses that no one's living in the houses, or people are living in them, that should be living in them, so that we can move forward with that program. That's about it right now.
So, if you and the chief probably get together, chief, the county, you can get Mr. Hughes and let us know who the new, if you don't know who the new county guy is, let us know who the new county guy is, where they can kind of get together, then we can get some of these houses demolished.
I will. I'll give him his telephone number. Matter of fact, I'll give it him, and we'll call him together so that he can speak to him as to whatever he wants to speak to him and how he wants to go forward. Okay.
Because it seems like stuff get done quicker when
Get together.
and the police is involved. It helps stuff move quicker. As you know, we hit the one house, we got tore down in what, like a month, something like that. They won't tore down.
Right.
The house that was on 142nd Street.
Yeah.
So we got some of them houses that the county has already bored up.
Right.
There's one right. You got one over here on Cooper, 145 in Cooper. The whole side of it already fell down. The garage is down.
Right.
And then we have the other one right here, 2003, 146th Street. Big holes in the top of it, and the county has already boarded that one. So I mean, we shouldn't really have a problem getting to now. We found where they been dumping different equipment back there.
Right.
Found an ATM machine back there, and so they start do stuff and run up in the bushes back there. So, yeah, it was that was clear. I don't know how they got it over, but it was clear. But anyway, and the lady says also she be seeing every now and then guys running down through there. So we get them houses taken care of kind of quick. Put them like first on our list to get torn down, and then we got one on Marshfield that's been torn down too. And talk with both of you all again tomorrow because you got 2 on Circle Drive, 3 on Circle Drive need to be boarded up as the, one of your officers, Davis.
Yeah.
He surprised me. I couldn't do nothing but just thank him because I saw that he was walking. He actually parked his car and was walking the neighborhood. And he was talking to the people as well as they was telling him some of the stuff that was going on. So we had 3 houses over there. They said where the kids going in and got squads going in.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we need them to screw.
Right.
Make sure when the board up company come out that they use screws, no nails.
Okay.
Try to put screws in it.
Yeah. It starts screws at that.
Right. So we get them houses boarded up. It should be okay until they can be torn out.
And then we have dogs now that are roaming the streets now, so we have to either find out who the owners are of those dogs and take them or bring them in so that, because that dog will run all over the place now.
Make sure, if you find out who the owners is, make sure they get a ticket and call the chief to see the dog catcher. That's what the
It's the dog what?
That's the truth.
Dog.
It's the truth. I told you that before.
And also, we do have a account, so if the board ever see a little small charge, $50 or here and there, it's for the Humane Society, they do charge when we take the dogs there. And we have 2 going there, I think y'all might have seen a bill or 2 from that.
Yeah.
And so, he haven't made me aware of it, but he hasn't made me aware of it. I've been out there trying to catch the dog. We got the stick and everything.
Okay.
So,
Did y'all ever get the tranquilizer gun for him?
we didn't get the tranquilizer, but we got the,
Stick for them.
yeah.
He didn't get the tranquilizer. No, because they need it, because some of them dogs just, you ain't gonna catch them with their stick. I'm
Right.
sorry. The dog eat you up before you get to loose on the
Right.
neck.
And some of those dogs, some of those
But
dogs
they
are real
vicious,
smart.
some vicious
Right.
dogs out
They
there.
don't, they don't like police, and they don't like postmen.
They know their uniform.
They don't,
You got dogs that don't like the police?
they don't like police.
Y'all have a problem, sir.
And postmen, they don't like that.
Right.
Also, board, I'd like to, just 1 second, I'm being sick, but we do have someone else in the house about, consideration for, hiring. So I just want to make you all aware.
All right.
Next on the agenda, fire liaison, Peter Kane.
Thank you, Clerk. Good evening, Mayor, trustees, department heads, and our residents and on TV. June 2nd, we successfully made a transition to the Bozeman Fire Department, taking over fire protection services for our community. They had a couple minor incidents that they responded to. The first one was a fire alarm at Rosa Parks and a fire alarm on Wood Street. So no issues with that. The transition went smooth. We worked out some logistical stuff between dispatch and 911 calls, and Buzz is still our ambulance. So at this point, me and the Chief Subcheck at Bozeman have a harmonious relationship, and we want to continue the same path we had with Harvey. Thank Harvey for their years of service. They did a great job for our community. I can't say nothing bad about those guys. They're family to me, and look forward to again working with Chief Subcheck at Bozeman Fire Department and make sure that good government business is taken care of for our residents. So, also, lastly, there is a fire camp that in Prairie State that will be at Country Club Hills. I will want to make sure that our residents have the opportunity to go to this. For any residents that are interested in the fire service, I will pull this up really quick.
Forward it to me.
I will forward it to you, Mrs. Juanita. But yeah, Fire EMS Camp, it will be June 18th, Saturday. It's with Prairie State College, and we're going to have the Country Club Hills Fire Department, and it'll be ages 16 and older, and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., and I'll get that to the clerk so she can pass it out to everybody as well, so that way we can get any of the youngsters an opportunity to pursue a career in fire service. So that's one of the things that I'm working on with Prairie State College and a few of the Illinois Fire Service Institute, the University of Illinois, and then get the School District 205 involved. So that's some of the partnerships we're doing, as well as the Black Fire Brigade. So, is there any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Somebody come in for a fire report, I sent you.
Yep, I got it. I sent it to Harvey. Has the report, so I have to get it from Harvey. I already sent it to the chief.
So now, if they wanna just keep sending it to.
Yeah, because then I'll just go to the fire Hogan and pick it up for them.
Okay, she keeps calling.
Yep, I passed it on the chief bill.
Okay.
So, yes, ma'am.
What time is the fire camp?
The fire camp is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday, June 18th at the Country Club Hills Fire Station,
9 a.m. to
3 p.m. Correct. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Is there a deadline, is there a cost?
The cost is free, and there was a soft date to get everything turned in by, but as people walk in, we're not gonna turn it over.
So what was that date?
So the date for the soft dates, well, June 18th is the date, so, yeah, June 18th,
And
yeah.
I was saying the deadline date.
Oh, they can still come, they can walk in.
Oh, they
Yes.
just walk in?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll get that information out there.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Anything else?
Next on the
Thank
agenda,
you.
we have special board meetings May 28th and June 3rd.
Looking for a motion to accept special board meeting minutes, May 28th, 2022.
Trustee Smith, I'll make a
Motion by trustee Smith, second by trustee Tyson. Trustee Smith,
motion. Yes.
trustee Tyson, trustee McFadden,
yes.
trustee Mitchell, trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Franks.
Yes.
We're looking for a motion to accept special board meeting minutes, June 3rd, 2022.
Trustee Smith, I'll second.
Motion by trustee Webster, second by trustee Smith. Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee Franks,
Yes.
trustee Tyson. 6 yeas. Next on the agenda, we have bills, June 9th, 2022. Oh, HR/treasurer said he was gonna be running late tonight.
And you have total of these?
It's in your folder. Same folder.
Here, there's the total.
Call it out.
Okay, the total for the bills is $110,370.26.
Looking for a motion to accept the bills.
Motion by trustee Mitchell,
I'll second.
second by trustee Webster. Trustee Mitchell? Yes. Trustee Webster?
Yes.
Trustee Franks?
No.
Trustee McFadden?
No.
Trustee Tyson?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Trustee Smith, abstain. I have not.
Abstain, go with the majority, so you have
Yes.
5 yea and 1 no. Two noes, I'm sorry, 4 yeas and 2 noes. And that was trustee Mills and trustee McFadden.
Special presentation,
It'll be tabled there to the 23rd. Floyd's not here on, check it. We don't have any ordinance tonight. We have discussion, authorization, approval appointment of village attorney Olson, Inapo, Hasselhoff, and Casto LTD.
we're looking for a motion to hire Austin DeNapo, Hasenball, Castle LTD, the Corporation Council. Looking for that motion.
Motion by trustee Mitchell,
I'll second.
second by trustee Webster. Trustee Mitchell?
We got a discussion?
Discussion, hold on, discussion.
Discussion was on Monday. If you want to discuss, go and discuss, but board, when we have a committee as a whole meeting, that's when we discuss. Because when you have the regular meeting, that's for us to, make our vote on decision, but Yes, you can discuss it.
And we talk about getting like a interview with these guys, with this attorney group. Do we, because I know we were talking back and forth, but nobody was able to talk to this group as a whole. I just was trying to find out, or, you know, just, was that something that we normally do, or is it really don't work like that with appointment?
Well,
Or we just talk to the head?
appointment is an appointment, but, I was trying to set up where if the trustees wanted to talk, you know, but on the web.
All right, well, that was it. I just wanted to know if everybody got a chance to talk to them.
Trustee Mitchell?
Yes.
Trustee McFadden?
No.
Trustee Smith?
No.
Trustee Webster?
Yes.
Trustee Tyson?
Yes.
Trustee Muse?
No.
You got 3 no's and 3 yes.
Yes.
Next on the agenda, we have approval of Coral Consulting.
Looking for a motion to approve, for consulting group.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Muse, second by Webster. Trustee,
What's on the floor? I missed it.
approval of Coral Consulting.
Oh.
Trustee Muse,
Yes.
we voted, but you had questions for them, so they never started the work in order to give them the information they need. Trustee Webster,
Yes.
Trustee Tyson,
Yes.
Trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
No.
and Trustee McFadden.
Yes.
You have 5 yeas and 1 no. Next on the agenda, we have approval of resignation letter from employee A.
But HR is not here, so,
We'll table that to the next meeting.
well,
But they knew who
the
employee A
thing
was.
of it is, everyone knows who the employee is, and it's basically we just accepting this letter, the resignation. So, I'm bringing it to the board, to accept his, resignation letter. So I'm looking for a motion. Make a motion to accept.
Motion
I'll
by
second.
Mitchell, second by Tyson. Trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
Trustee Tyson,
Yes.
Trustee Smith,
No.
Trustee McFadden,
Yes.
Trustee Frank Muse,
Yes.
Trustee Webster.
Yes.
You got 5 yeas and 1 no.
Board, one thing, the approval of termination of employee B, that's where legal counsel come in. I want to make sure it's the right decision before we take that step. Because there's a certain way that the law works, that the board has been jammed up a few times with doing something like that, and it's best to have legal counsel.
We'll table it to the next
So,
meeting.
we table that to the next meeting, or if we have to have a special meeting to, do a quick take out. So, it's up to you.
Okay, approval of 1800 for village event, June 25th, that's the centennial they spoke about on Monday.
Looking for a motion for approval.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Muse,
I'll second.
second by Webster. Trustee Muse,
Yes.
Trustee Webster,
Yes.
Trustee Tyson,
Yes.
Trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
Trustee McFadden.
Yes.
You got 6 yeas. And approval of the employee for community center.
Well, we all know we need him, we're gonna have a person over there, but, you gotta see who we're working with. So, by the next board meeting, we need to make sure this is.
Man, I wanna make a motion. I can't, I'm sorry, no disrespect to nobody, but we gonna keep complaining about stuff being a certain way. I make the motion that we hire an employee at the community center. And it's just, it's a dying need. The place is picking up, people are over there. I don't know why this is even an issue. You know,
Well, we got, only thing I'm saying, it's not that I don't want nobody over there. Really, if I can have 2 people over there, it'd be lovely. But we gotta have some type of figure that we're gonna put on there. You know, as well as how many days we're gonna have them there. 3 days, 3 days a week, at what amount? Can we come up to for 3 days a week? What we be looking at, like $75 a day? You know, each time they go over there and clean up? Or
You tell me else.
$65 a day, or, what are we looking at?
I think, I'm gonna just be honest with you, I think that it needs to be discussed and it needs to be, orchestrated in a way in which it's, we can all be in agreement with it. We didn't complete this discussion on, Monday. So I think we're all in agreement that we need to do some things at the community center. But I don't think tonight is the night to take action on it because we did not complete the discussion.
But there was a motion on the floor, right?
The motion, there was no
The
second.
motion, well, trustee, see, I guess, trustee made the motion, so,
Well, we can, I'll second for discussion.
Clean it up, and make it money, and generate,
Hold on, we just got the second, we know the discussion, so, okay, second back. Okay.
Okay, now what you want to, go and say what you're saying, trustee?
Yeah, the state makes revenue, you want a good job here, all you need is somebody to help them clean it up, first of all. You want that to work, this is what it is.
yeah.
So, something about it, you know, or that's the review.
Okay,
That's the review so far. So, that's my opinion.
you know what? The only thing that I'm saying is that we know we gotta have somebody over there. All of us been over there, all of us every time clean. Some of us clean more than others. But at the same time, we need to know, put a price on this person. You know, we need.
That's what I'm like, why does it seem like?
Okay, so, no, it's, Tyson, it's not a problem. Again, it's not a problem hiring. But what we need to do is find out how much is we gonna pay the individual, and, you know, how are we gonna do this? That's the problem. It ain't no problem with hiring nobody. The problem is,
I think something like that said, the other day, she said, on demand or, for the day of the person that's working that day, that's what they get paid. So, that's it, you know.
about they get paid, what day?
On demand.
On demand, on demand payment? Well, that sounds good. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. That sounds good. That's what they was doing over there. They had somebody come in and clean, and then they will pay them, but we need to know how much we're gonna pay. How much is we willing to pay for somebody to clean on demand? That's a great thing that we can do that. You know?
She was like, a little bit to clean that place. And it wasn't just a, need some, if we need some help to clean it up, just clean it up. Give them $2 to keep good it up. What's the problem? Take it out of the fund, wherever it is that the money is generated going to, and give them $2 and call it that. You be it, let them go and clean it up. Okay.
I'm about order and organization, and we need to have it organized, and it needs to be in writing, and we need to have a consensus that this is how we want to do it. Nothing against I agree 100%, we do need.
On-demand cleaning person,
Well, I don't even know if they want to call it on demand.
Or as needed.
But we need to just make sure that that's.
As needed cleaning person, sounds good. So what we'll do, we can make a motion to do an as needed cleaning person, and, but we still gotta find out the amount that we're gonna give them as needed.
So the point.
So that
You see what I'm saying? So
We shouldn't vote on
it
something
all
that
goes
detail.
back to,
What you said.
what was, yeah, exactly. Cause see,
Well, you tell the person what you got, to give them. If they say yeah, then yeah. If they say no,
That's
then
not
no.
how you do municipalities. That's not the way.
no, we can't
That's
do
not
it
the
like,
way
we
you
can't
do
do it like that, trustee.
No.
You can't do it like that. You know, because it's a municipality, it's a village, it's a community center, so we can't really do it like that. We have to have stuff in writing, because as the village pay them, you know, if it exceed over, I think, what, $1,000 a year, or $1,500 a year, we gotta report it. Any monies that's given out gotta be reported. So that's why you can't do it like that. It's not like as if we, like as if I have a store and I just pay somebody at will like that. You know, the village gotta report it. If it's $50, it's supposed to be reported. So
There you go.
that goes through the auditor and the books. But we will, trust me, as soon as possible, we will get somebody over there cleaning. We need to take care of this, because it's a lot of stress and it's a lot of work over there. You can ask, I mean, everybody knows, because everybody been over there cleaning. So I ain't gonna say ask one person, all of us been over there cleaning, doing something. I was over there Sunday, yesterday, and today, and I'll be over there again probably tomorrow. So, but
if I'm not mistaken, not to take wrong, Tyson already had a person that had a clean, that they were clean.
Okay.
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 Yeah, I don't, that's what I said, sometimes it seems like we go and we talk, and it comes back, and even when we were talking
Well,
about, like an employee that was gonna do both, you didn't necessarily have to hire a cleaning by day person when somebody was gonna do both. They were gonna take care of the center daily, so we won't have to worry about somebody doing it as needed. It was gonna be touched up. That's the reason why stuff piles up, because if you don't clean like the right way over 6-7 days, or turn into 10 days, and then it turns real bad. You gotta keep it up like you do with your grass and all that type of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. We have no problem with that. I need to know what they're going to charge, so we know what the village is going to pay.
I'm saying right now, we're just trying to vote on getting the employee.
Well,
I'm saying if this was the vote to get the employee, and then we want to break down the logistics of it.
Just having an employee, I don't think that voting on just having an employee is the way to do this. I think you need to include the employees, you need to set up whatever the structure, the fee, everything, and so we can see the whole package. That's how I see it. Because who's to say that your person is gonna be available? I mean, that's like saying someone's available 7 days a week. If you have an event every day of the week, we can't do that. We can't.
That was the reason for hiring. If you can't fit the job description, then
Well,
you won't get
who
paid.
has that kind of time? I mean, I just think that's, okay. I think you should have a special meeting, or we should have a special meeting.
Oh my goodness, another meeting.
Yeah, another meeting, but you know what? We
We,
need to do it right. We're tired of doing stuff half.
same thing over and over again.
You know,
That's how I feel.
Well,
I'm tired of
let's,
I'm tired of it.
let's,
We gotta should have sang, we gotta put a roll call in.
But if that's the
Would
way
you-
you all choose to
let me-
go,
let-
have
I'm
at
not
it.
gonna- No. No. It needs to be done right. Doing it, excuse my French, but doing all this stuff half-ass is not gonna get it. It's time to stop it.
trustee.
Just do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Which way is it supposed to be done? If you're asking for an employee, which
You-
way?
You put
Like,
down
what's the-
what you need first.
Like the job description?
You fill
Job
out what you
description.
need first, and then you
Yeah.
go from there. We don't just hire somebody, we don't even know what we're gonna tell them to do or not do.
So this is what I'm saying. I don't think we are hiring somebody right now. We're voting to hire somebody.
No, we need to
Right.
have, but we need to have
So-
what we want. in
Like
an
approving an
employee before
you know.
we- How do you hire, how do you get a cart to take your groceries wherever and you don't have a horse to pull it? But you're gonna figure out what you're gonna do with the horse later. That's ass backwards. We have to figure out what we want the person for, what we want them to do, how long, how often, what we are willing to pay them. Then we look for an employee. You don't hire an employee and you really don't have a job for them yet. You gotta make up for them.
Okay, now, hold on. Here's what we need to do. We need to find, get a job description on what all this person's supposed to do. Non-union, no pay. And then bring them forward and be him, her, whoever, bring them forward, whoever want to work for that amount, whatever it may be. And we'll bring them in, because the thing of this, we're gonna have to hire somebody. You gotta have somebody over there. And not only that, if this individual, I mean, like, if you put in a job description that, like, when the event is going on, they even come over, make sure the place is closed and clean.
Yes,
So it's gonna probably cost us a little something, somebody to come and sit during the event, whatever the event is, also clean, so.
And that was my point in saying, let's look at our fees
Okay.
then. So that's why I
Yeah,
said,
we-
why don't we have an overall?
Yep.
Because if you charge more, you have money to pay someone. You don't have to nickel and dime someone to clean up. You get what you pay for. In a lot of instances, you get what you pay for. People don't just do stuff because they like you all the time.
And it has to be, it also have to, you have to know how much is in that, we've discussed this, how much is that, center generating the monies, because that's where the money's gonna come
Right,
from.
has to come from there.
We already know that, it's not coming from our general fund, it has to come from the community center, that generates its own money.
And then, once these audits get done, the community center got a lot of money sitting up there. We got a lot sitting up there we can't touch. But because they didn't do the audits, see, because the community center take care of itself.
Yeah.
It'll take care of itself. Outside of what we're talking about here, it takes care of itself. People pay taxes, and the tax money is, part of it is for the community center. It's got its own little section. So,
Post it, give other people an opportunity to.
we can just have some applications for it and,
That's what I go for.
go from there with it, because of course, whoever be over there cleaning, just, I'm sure all you all know, they're gonna have to have a background check. Cause you gotta make sure they don't have no sexual stuff
Right,
going
'cause you
on,
got
and
kids.
pedophiling and molesting and certain felonies, you can't have none of that stuff, cause it's a kid-friendly place. So, and I'm sure that you'll want to sit in on an interview with that, because you over here doing it.
So
You'll
why,
be over there in it and you'll make sure
why
things
don't y'all
happen.
really, cause like,
But we gotta act on this kind of quick, seriously. We gonna have to act on it quick. So, it's up to,
You had a motion by.
I had a motion and a second, so it's up to them to withdraw it if that's what they wanna do and, get with the, HR and, you know, have him to draw up a description and how much we're gonna pay the person and stuff, and then we can come back and vote on that application.
We have to
Get
withdraw
the
his
person
motion,
in
and we
there.
have to go with roll call. You withdraw your motion, you want to go roll call. Okay, trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Frank Muse,
No.
trustee Webster,
No.
trustee Smith,
no,
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee McFadden.
No.
You have 1 noes and 2 yeas. Approval of a water meter reader. Ma'am,
Here,
what you read? What you read? Same situation.
it's pretty much the same situation, so we're gonna, but we got,
what's this for, public works too?
you know, listen, I'm gonna make sure, gotta make sure the HR is here.
I was gonna.
You know what, we gotta make sure we have the complete description and how much we're gonna pay.
Yes, thank you.
Even with the water meter, what we need is very urgent. These guys out here is, man, gotta be out here in this stuff to really know what's going on. This is serious. It's serious. He need,
Well,
we gotta do this urgent, guys. I mean, board, I'm sorry. We have to do it very, this is very serious. Might be before the next meeting. I mean, if I have to have a special meeting by myself, because it's hard. Just letting y'all know it's hard. It's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard. All them jobs is hard, it's hard. I know it's hard because I be doing it. And it's hard. I come here, I have 2 or 3 meetings, then I either go out and help them cut grass, or either go over here where they digging a hole, or I'm running. Same thing with the center. I come in, I have a meeting, I have to run over to the center, let people in, I have to go clean a little bit. We're not cutting grass. Trustee Webster was just over there the other day, we had to cut. He cut all that stuff behind that air compressor units. Grass was 6 feet tall. It's hard. It's hard. It's a lot of work. So if I had to have a special meeting by myself, I do it. I mean, it's hard. This got to be done. This is something that got to be done. Unless you would like to be deputized and you come out and help us cut and clean and do the whole 9 yards out there, doing grass and everything. Trustee, you gonna help us sweep the streets?
This is what I have to say now. They would.
No, wait a minute.
Hold on.
No, we'll table that to,
So, but you can still
special meeting.
discuss it. I can still discuss it.
Uh,
No, I can still discuss it.
no, wait, let me table it, trustee. I need it.
Somebody motioned it?
We have a motion,
No.
anybody made a motion?
No, having a motion have, okay, so it died. Motion died.
Yeah, but okay.
Okay, trustee.
Now,
Trustee Smith.
all I was just gonna say is that my understanding, because this for public works, and if I recall right, that we were told that, there was legal action being taken and we couldn't hire anybody. I don't know where we are with that.
Trustee.
You remember?
I remember that, but that's why it's a approval of a water meter reader, not a public works person.
Oh, okay, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay,
I got you.
I have a question on this. Because I mean, we have it on here, but the same as a community center, we need to know what it entails. I mean,
Water,
but,
meter,
I mean, but what I'm saying is, it's on here without us knowing what it entails. We need to know what is in that job description as the water meters. Okay, if it's just reading meters, then we need to have something in writing that says that before we start voting on this.
Right, well, that's why I said it, but we gotta have a description just like
Yes,
over
right,
there.
you said, right.
So, you know, the HR will put down what it is, what he's doing, and how much he's willing to pay.
There you go.
And that's the same way we're gonna do with the,
There you go, boy.
community center. And we're bringing this right back, and again, like I say, it's going, it can be a Zoom meeting or whatever.
Approval of part-time police
We
officers.
got to go and get it done like,
What's the HR?
couldn't tell you. Okay, well, what we can do, I'll make a motion to take that down to close to citizens' comment, and then we have to do from there. So approval of $1,000 for village seniors field trips.
Oh, we had the motion to move that,
Looking for a motion to move part-time police officers down to, it's still
Hold on,
item.
Mayor, before you start making motions, say, you're not supposed to be motion and second, all this stuff's supposed to be amended in the beginning of the meeting. You can't keep saying, a motion is down, you can't keep motion stuff down, we're validating the open meeting act. This stuff was supposed to be motion amended at the beginning of the meeting. We just all over the place.
Yeah, help me get back in.
Yeah, you ran out.
Thank you for doing it. Well, help me come back in.
Yeah, come back in. And another thing, I said, we keep having all these special meetings. Who
Well,
in the
that's
heck
'cause
you
we
think
not
I'm doing
getting
these
that-
meetings? I have a life. And I'm gonna say, I have a life. Every day, if you come to the meeting, do what you're supposed to do. I know you out here, we all out here. Come to the meeting. You should never left. So, Saturday.
No.
You left.
I hope it's on TV. So, but,
Really go down?
so,
Police officer, I think you have to, right? You can't vote. You can't vote.
We can vote. It was supposed to be for 2 officers, right?
Yeah.
I'm not doing any asking, you should be here.
that's sure,
So you want to move community center, meter reader, police officer to your special meeting?
Just to make y'all aware that I do have one officer on his way here. We do have one present.
They're part-time officers.
Chief, do you have a current roster?
I do,
Do you have a current roster?
yes, I do.
Okay. Can you have us have a copy of it?
I don't have a problem. I have to go get it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, you want to go and get it?
The current
But
officer.
I have to make it, well, the thing about it, it gotta be a motion and second.
In discussion.
Then we can go to discussion. So we're looking for a motion of approval of, part-time officers. I'll make 2 part-time officers.
Make a motion.
Motion
Yeah, second. So,
We have a motion by Webster, second by Tyson.
Discussion. Roll call,
I
clerk.
guess the discussion is that we needed to know whether or not we had all the credentials, and we're waiting to make sure we have proper credentials for everybody.
yes, we do.
And who has those?
I have,
Has HR saw those yet?
yes, he has. Yes, and I have given him everything. I mean, you know, just to say to the board, you all got a chief here, and you got a chief that don't mess around. And if it's anything that you all need, I don't have a problem, and I don't wait. If you ask me for it today, you'll have it in a few minutes. And all I ask you guys to do is have some trust and belief in me, because I think I deserve that from where we came from day one to now. That's all I ask.
Yes, you know, Sister Gunn?
What you think?
One document.
Discussion.
What document?
Chief, you missed the committee meeting, and we were supposed to go in closed session, and we had some concerns, and I will not say it out here, but we would have to go into closed session because we got a lot of information from the HR, which is not here, that, as a trustee, didn't appreciate some of the things that have taken place, but he's not here, so we can't even address it.
Well,
But it wasn't committee.
I was here, I was on the phone.
You can't discuss it over the phone, you gotta be in person. You can't
Okay, but
discuss
I mean, I tried to get on Zoom.
I explained to them that you was on Zoom, but the question, personnel have to go into executive session, so we did cut you off for executive session because we couldn't.
But that had happened before that.
Well, you can't discuss personnel, no. So you go to closed session.
I'm not gonna discuss it because HR not here, he's the one that brought this to us. So, he said he's gonna be late.
Well, I just made a statement to y'all, and I appreciate it if you all would acknowledge your chief. You all, and some of you all on this board, has been around chiefs that didn't respect y'all and didn't respect anything. And every board member here, including the mayor, knows for 100% I've been in compliance and respectful to each and every one of y'all. And every time y'all ask me to stand up and call me to duty, I'm there, 100%. And all I ask y'all to do is be that with me. If I tell you something, believe me, because I done went through and I done took it. As far as I can take it to make sure that if you guys come to me, y'all want to answer, I got to answer. I don't know what the HR have said to y'all or what have you. But if y'all want to trust and believe in things like that versus talking to the chief, I think that is a slap in my face. Because y'all don't believe in the chief. But in previous administrations, y'all had chiefs, they dogged you, they did everything, and I never heard nothing. But y'all got a chief don't even bark at y'all in all kind of way. And I get stepped on, kicked, pushed. All I ask for is just that respect from y'all. And if you want to know something, stop by my office. Call me anytime. I'll pull out the records, show you whatever you want. But you gotta call me and ask me that. You gotta call me and ask me that.
But Chief, I'm gonna say this, I don't wanna discuss what I have wanna discuss in open session,
I understand.
but I
Mark.
would like to discuss it in closed session,
I
some stuff
understand.
that I have that came to me. So I don't wanna discuss it, I wanna wait till executive session to discuss because it pertains my office.
So we'll take.
So I wanna wait.
So what we'll do is take,
We can wait till executive session.
part-time officer, it still can fall under closed session because it has employment and personnel. So
Go back.
approval of the $1,000 for the village field trip, seniors. field trip.
Future.
We didn't finish that discussion the other night.
What you say?
It was on the agenda from the other night, we didn't discuss it. So, the meeting was ended because the president left, so we didn't finish.
So we have to, well, I don't know how much discussion.
But my take on it is that I know in our budget, we do have a budget line item for this more than that. So, again, so-
And I think we definitely need to do something for, we have the seniors and our youth on here, and we need to do something for them. We gotta do something for
Yeah,
them.
it's
I
been a
mean,
long
but
time.
like I said, we didn't really, get into a discussion with it, so, you know.
Yeah, but, are we able to talk now?
By being, I mean, you all can, after this motion, you all can discuss it, but at the same time, by being on the agenda, it's something that can be voted on, because it's on the agenda. But if you all want to discuss it, y'all can discuss it, so what I do is, I'm looking for a motion for approval of $1,000 for the village seniors field trip to the casino. I'm looking for a motion for that.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Thompson, second by Webster.
Discussion?
Just wanted to get something going with the seniors since it's been a while, been in a year, and felt like it would be nice to sponsor a bus ride and some lunch for the seniors to get them going. At least let them know that we still care about them and start doing certain things like that. I think that's the least we could do is get a bus and some lunch. That's all. So it wasn't like a major discussion about X, Y, and Z.
Well, it's not a major discussion, but I guess we need to know the logistics of when, where, how, you know, I mean, it's just.
Yeah, I mean,
Casino, so that'd be something that the trustees
Specific
that want to
information.
be, that would like to be over the trip to the casino, you all could, the ones that would like to be involved, you all can come together and, set up a date and time.
like basically,
Just for residents?
yeah, I was-
But yeah, Village of Dixmoor seniors.
right.
Okay.
That means it's not seniors from all over.
Right, it's
That's what we
You
used
see, Village
Village of Dixmoor.
Yeah.
is Village of Dixmoor seniors.
Present your ID when you get on the bus?
Right.
Yes.
You gonna do a sign?
If they
Right,
have
sign
to,
up sheet before.
so they have to do that, then,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, because we're not going to be taking
Yeah, other,
everybody, and they own town can sponsor their trip. I mean,
So we used, right, because that's what.
I'll greet y'all on the bus.
So, do we have a motion to,
Huh?
so we had a motion to approve it?
Yes, it was already motion, so.
So-
I mean, based on the
anybody else wanna
logistics.
talk? Then you go to roll call. Anybody, anyone else? Roll call.
Trustee Tyson,
yeah.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee Muse,
Yes.
trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee McFadden,
Yes.
trustee Smith.
Yes.
6 yeas.
Approval of $1,000 for the youth field trip. For a youth field trip. Dixmoor youth field trip. Looking for, we can take them to the zoo, everyone take them.
Yeah.
$1,000, we'll get the bus, pay for the bus, and if they going to the zoo, or they going to the show, pretty much wherever they going, they might need a parent, especially their kid. I mean, if they
Right, but just like trustee
13,
the logistics.
because they're under 13.
It's
They
hard to know.
they need,
They over 13, they need one too.
yeah, well, when we took them to the show the last time,
They done good.
they did good, they did great.
Okay.
We ain't had no problems, and they had fun, so.
We need to make sure like we get.
Now, I go to the show,
Some kids in that.
I can't.
We had the band.
I can't.
Show, that's nice.
I can go to a show.
I like that,
I mean, probably do 2 trips, because here's the thing, we'll see how much the show costs. And then I'm sure we'll probably have some change left over, we can use that, we get in the bus to go to the zoo. Deborah, Commissioner Sims is, gonna give me some zoo tickets.
Oh, like,
Yeah.
okay.
So, getting in will be free, but we have to pay for the bus. So, he told me to tell you.
So that part.
Roll call, clerk.
Who made the motion? Nobody made the motion yet.
Oh.
I'm for the youth field trip.
I'll make it.
Motion by Tyson,
Looking for a second.
I'll second.
second by Webster. Trustee Webster,
Yes.
trustee Muse,
Yes.
trustee Tyson,
Yes.
trustee Mitchell,
Yes.
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee McFadden. Yes.
Approval of kids sport camp. This in the community center.
Yeah.
Sport camp, wait. And we're gonna have Dixmoor kids in there.
Yes.
We gotta have a senior camp too.
Yeah.
We gotta find a day, 2 days or something, but as soon as 2 or 3 days, or 1 day, or a Sunday, or something, I don't know. Trustee Muse,
I have a.
Frank's Muse.
I have a young lady who, she's a senior, but she does Zumba, and she gave me a couple dates that she said she would just do it as a trial, if people
Okay.
were interested, and we can invite the seniors to that.
I like that.
Okay, so we,
Go get with Tyson.
Yes, I will.
okay, yeah, because we need,
But, I mean, we can expand it to do, besides Zumba, maybe something after Zumba.
Work,
For a couple hours or whatever, yeah.
yeah, because
I need some workout.
a couple of my seniors wanna start, you know, dancing,
Can I
exercise.
bring this here?
Clerk, can you
So,
bring it?
so if,
I'm serious.
Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
what I was gonna say is, because we did discuss this last year, if we're gonna have a summer camp, we need, last year we did it with no cost. But we did discuss this, because the community center has to generate some money, I'm not saying, but, I'm not saying a whole lot for summer camps, you do have to pay. So, you know, we discussed that last year, and then we don't wanna wait till last, well, it's just about the last minute, we wanna make sure we get, those forms to the parents, so you come up with how much you want to, charge, just for the summer, I guess, or for so many weeks, or whatever you're gonna do. Is that, yeah, so you come up with something, because we did discuss this last year, that last year, because, I guess it was rush or
So
something.
can we come up with something like ASAP?
Contract.
That's fine. I mean, the same thing going back to trustee Frank. She's right about the logistics of having certain things, and people that do stuff like that, they understand. Basically, that's what I thought. When you put it out there, it just wanted to get the thumbs up that we could do. That was it. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you gonna have some more like t-shirts?
Right. It's a line item type. Right. And that's what I said, we want to kind of turn it up a notch, especially if you're going to charge, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, you get what I'm saying? Like, so I
So we'll have
just,
that ready?
right.
So do we need to,
You gotta come back with all the stuff.
Approval based on the logistics. That's all. The one night.
Wanting to ask her to put her stuff on.
no, I
She
turned
can put
it
her stuff on.
It's
She
down.
ain't gonna be able to hear us.
She can hear us. I think she really will, turn it, crank it back. Approval of demolition, oh, okay. that's something that,
It's already done.
that's something we, Mr. Biggs and the chief is gonna work on getting that house down over there. And it's halfway down already, the garage is already down, and the house is halfway down. Chief, please call ComEd, because when you call them, they come out much quicker. Have them to come and cut that electric off on that house like ASAP, because the house is halfway down, the lot lines are still running
What's the
across
address?
it. What's that address over there, sir?
Huh?
Across from one.
What, I gotta cross that.
This is like 145, is it 33?
33 is next door, it's across the street.
Your side is what?
31, 33.
Okay, so you the east side, so it's 32.
If she's 31, he's the opposite.
32.
145, 32.
Cool, 30.
145, 32.
Google it, it might show up.
Got a cramp. 145, 32.
Look, don't fall. Nobody gonna pick you up.
Jeez.
You want me to sit on?
That's a
Excuse that comment.
You can pause that way.
Okay, next on the agenda for, yeah.
Citizen comment, do we have any citizen comment?
Where'd he go? He stepped out for a minute.
If
you would like to speak,
That was nonsense.
go ahead and speak.
You got someone who want to speak?
I told them they can speak. They're on the phone though.
Tony Mitchell's on the phone.
What's her phone number? Do it end in 35?
No.
No, 9656.
Ask them if they want to speak.
If you would like to speak for public comment, please go ahead and speak now.
Can you turn your volume up? Is that something? Call the number out.
1773-307-2035. If you would like to speak, please speak now.
Hi, yes, this is Keisha Phillips at 1838 West 142nd Street. I would like to ask a question regarding the cleanup of the lawns of the vacant houses.
Okay, we're working on the cleanup now. We have where Public Works, we just got through getting our chipper taken care of, so we out chipping now, and we got a crew that's going around helping the Public Works clean up, as well as our code enforcers. They're riding around. As soon as we clean up, we got to place a ticket on those houses where the lawn has not been cut. Today we probably cut about 7 to 10 lawns today alone. So we're still moving. We'll be back out again. They will be back out again tomorrow to do some more cuttings. If you know of any abandoned homes that may need to be cut, you can call in and let the Public Works Department know. That way they can get out and go through the cutter, as well as give the code enforcers the addresses so we can place a lien on the properties.
Okay, awesome, that sounds good, I'll do that, because I think we're not gonna have 3 on our block. Also, really quick, what about the potholes? There are a few on our block.
Okay, your address, you're on 142nd Street, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so we have to get some more asphalt and get around that way to fill them potholes, because at the same time I'm working with Economic Development, Mr. John Thompson, so we can go through to get some monies to have certain streets replaced because we cannot fill them potholes. It depends on how many of them you got. But anyway, I have somebody over on that street. Matter of fact, I have Trustee Webster, hand raised. I have him to come down 142nd Street, as well as myself and anyone else that would like to accompany us down there to check it out where we can get the potholes filled. We'll work on that. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
She's the only person on.
Next one.
We got some announcements.
Okay.
Okay. The administrative office is gonna be closed June 20th for the Juneteenth day. CITA is still applying for, anybody have a water crisis up to $1,500. They still have money available for that, if you know any residents. The town hall meeting is gonna be this Friday at 6 p.m. Tomorrow's the last day to send your question and concerns in the Dropbox.
Yes.
Juneteenth.
Okay.
So we did have a couple, to come in. Also, don't forget Day in the Park is Friday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Sponsored by Tiffany and Henry.
That's tomorrow,
That's tomorrow.
but we had moved up Days in the Park from 3 to 6.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be out of there about 5:30.
And that will be on 143rd, right?
Day in the Park, yes, yes. And then, of course, for the meeting
Yeah, so
down here, make sure you and the deputy chief is here.
I want to make sure that I hold along with police officers too for the park and it's for 3 to 6 hours or whatever. How long would this be?
Well, if you wanna hang around over there in the park, make sure I have also here.
No, I'm gonna be open too. I know that it started at 6 o'clock, but we got Days in the Park from 3 to 6. I'm gonna try to have officers so that we have officers up for call and also.
Well, now, Gene, if you just had your regular officers on, we'll be fine. We don't need nothing extra. Have your regular officers on, we'll be fine because half of the guys around here, the majority of the guys around here know us. So we'll be there. As long as you there and we there, we'll be fine.
We're good.
Cause they more than likely we have, you know, they're gonna have hamburgers and ain't nobody gonna be fighting because there'll be plenty of food. You go there, have a nice time, drink Kool-Aid or whatever it is, and have a nice time and get out there and go do what we have to do over here. So, we shouldn't have no altercations. Yes, ma'am.
Can you change the time on that?
On which one?
You know, Days in the Park? You said the time was changed?
3.
They said 4 to 7.
No, but when I spoke to the young lady, I told her we had a thing at we have Rosa Park. And we had to be at Rosa Park. So, but normally it don't even go to 7 o'clock. The last one went to like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and everybody started leaving. So, I don't know, but
If that's
we
the,
can.
the published date, published time.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
published time.
Yeah, that's what people look for, but okay.
What do they have, 4 to 7, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I guess they can entertain.
Well, you know, as you all, I don't know if you all aware or not, but the school,
Huh?
if you all aware or not, but the school is open because of the water crisis and stuff like that, so they did extend their days, so they, I think we are the only one that's pretty much open right now. But,
Oh, they're still in session.
Oh, they still.
Tomorrow's the last day, right? I'm not sure. Tomorrow's the last day for school.
What's the last day for school out here?
Tomorrow.
I don't know, but we were approved by the board, so.
No.
I don't know, but I'm saying with the meeting.
I went. Yeah. Yes, I went to the today's grade graduation.
Yeah, tomorrow's the
last
last
week.
day.
So yeah, tomorrow
Oh,
went to the
okay,
last.
so the other people's kids have an additional week. Okay.
Right.
Oh, you was talking about for the Days in the Park. Oh.
Yeah, they got some 255.
What's it?
255.
See that?
But
It's
for 3 o'clock, that's what he was saying.
Yeah, please.
I was just making you all aware.
Okay, that's.
Yes, sir, Chief. One other, I don't know if it can be called an announcement. No, we don't.
Go ahead.
No, I'm
You
good.
saying you would?
Because I'm not.
Okay, so
You have any?
That's it. We're gonna be remodeling the, office, and Mary's looking for a color. Then he's gonna all of us to get together and find a color for the office and the hallway.
Oh, in the front.
When the paint go up, it ain't coming down. So, I know y'all say y'all need sunglasses when you hit the corner right there. It's all right, put on our sunglasses. Everybody have on sunglasses.
So that's the end of the announcements.
That's the end of the night. Okay. Closed session, man.
You have to read it.
Y'all forgot about the fire chief here.
I spoke.
Pursuant to 5 ILCS
Fire
120
chief spoke?
/2C1, 5, and 11 Open Meeting Acts for the discussion of employment, personnel, litigation, real estate, and labor issue. Need a motion and a second.
Make the motion.
Motion by Muse,
I'll say.
second by Webster. Trustee Muse,
Yes.
trustee Webster,
Yeah.
trustee Tyson, trustee Mitchell,
Yeah.
trustee Smith, and trustee McFadden.
Yes.
And the time is 7:30 p.m.
All right, back on air once again.
What do we have left? Huh?
Vote for the officer that McCaskill, part-time officer that McCaskill said or whatever. Listen. What you mean? So we're back in session,
At what time?
8:38 p.m.
Now you got a second.
Wow.
All you need is 15 seconds.
I need a second. 15 seconds.
Well, you probably want to tell us that in closed session, how I say, y'all.
I hope y'all got enough. I got to go.
Okay, you go
Okay.
ahead. I'll call you.
All right, okay, as
Go
long as
ahead.
I could, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. See you later.
See you later, Mr.
All
McFadden.
right. All right.
We'll go.
Yeah.
But you can, you know,
But it says that, yes, why is it?
So take your seat.
We can't do this over
They
four.
from, yeah, that's definitely from.
That's all.
Okay. Okay, we'll bring the one, and then if you haven't checked the file on the other, one, then you just have to come back. You ain't y'all do it.
We open?
Yeah.
You open.
We can, which part of the agenda we on?
We on this part here.
So,
Yeah, oh, wait.
you got a honey bun there?
I said honey bun.
Not perfect, not perfect.
For the record, we're going to say executive session, you know, stay on. into executive session pursuant to the 5 ILCS 122C15